Do you not know that in a race, all runners run, but only one runner gets the prize? Run in such a way that you win the prize. It's 1 Corinthians 9:24. And I say that on the heels of the Dodgers winning the World Series tonight. I'm a diehard Orioles fan. I can kind of project that, hanging out with friends, watching the game, how excited they were if it was them, my childhood team. Just the nostalgia of them winning, but I know it's very fleeting. But the point of it is, during the game, the Yankees were up 5-0. And then it completely came unraveled in one inning. After being down 3-0, they won game 4 to make it 3-1. Up 5-0, you feel like, okay, they're going to push this back to game 6 in LA and make it a series and put some pressure on the Dodgers. And then Aaron Judge drops a ball. Then there's a misplayed infielder. And then Garrett Cole, who's pitching probably the game of his life, gets a ground ball to get out of the inning without giving up a single run. Bases loaded, no outs because of 2 errors. And it's a dribbler, a squibbler more like it, to first. And he does not run to first to cover the base. He does not run the race in that moment. Like every moment in football, like every yard, every inch matters. You know, in the game over the weekend, the Washington Commanders pretty much outplayed Chicago, but Chicago came back and took the lead, and it took a miracle Hail Mary by Washington to beat Chicago, and it only happened because they did not finish the race. Chicago, that is. They had a guy who had to apologize later, celebrating, jeering at the crowd while the play had already started, was not even paying attention to the game. He was celebrating as if he had already won before the game was over. And then he was the one to be out of position. The guy he should have been guarding, Noah Brown, caught the winning touchdown in miraculous fashion. Jubilation for the Commanders, heartbreak for Chicago, all because this guy did not finish the race the way you're supposed to. Do not take anything for granted. When you're playing for the Lord, living every day unto Him, and I'm going to say this and feel convicted because I know I drop the ball sometimes and I miss opportunities, but we should run the race in a way that we are not missing any opportunities to share the gospel, to share kindness with people. And we hear that from the world all the time. Be kind, love one another. But what does that really mean? It means being uncomfortable and doing things that your flesh may not want to do. Again, something I gotta fight, but we are called to finish the race, to run the race in a way that would win the prize. That means not letting up, not taking any breaks. Even if you have a brain fart, get back on the mound, run to the base every time, finish out every play, whether it's baseball, football, anything. You cannot win a championship if you ever let up on the gas, if you ever have a lapse in concentration. Every day you need to be starting in conversation with God in prayer in His Word. I'm really good at the first 2. I listen to the Word, but I know every day that I spend significant time reading the Word, those days, I'll tell you what, they're either usually infinitely better or infinitely filled with more trials because the enemy comes at you. But either way, it's building fruit. It's building a foundation of trust and faith and being ready to share, being ready to run through the hurdles that you encounter during the race. So don't be like the Yankees or Garrett Cole or Anthony Rizzo in that one situation. Don't be like that DB for Chicago Bears. Be somebody that's going to finish the race for the Lord, planting seeds so that when Judgment Day comes, you can be a victor. And really, I think it's a victory anytime you plant any seed, whether it's received or not. It's a victory in the eyes of the Lord because those are the only works that matter in His eyes when you're loving by sharing His truth, loving by being the salt and the light. So I pray this finds you well. Congrats if you're a Dodgers fan. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow.